Must be getting close to spring with all these birds making a racket. It's at least 3 different kinds. This morning, this is really weird. Okay, there's 4. It's very strange. Okay. So today is my birthday. Is the day that I really, really thought was not going to come. To recap, I've had severe suicidal ideation for as long as I can remember. The first time I was treated, I guess, for it, whatever, threatened with, that's it, threatened. That was the quote-unquote treatment, was I'm, trying to scare it out of me. This porcupine right here, I can smell it. Anyway, I was 15, so today I'm 48, and the last few years, especially, it was really bad. With the way I was being treated by my parents. I have a son with autism who had to have major therapy. At one point it was 13 hours a week in the house. I was getting calls from the school literally every day. Massively triggering to the avoidance. The people around him. And then, of course, my son is difficult, too. And I really couldn't take it. So, 5 years ago, I made my plan. And I made these massive roadblocks of, this is what I need to do to earn my death. And that is truly how I put it. I will finally get the peace, but I need to suffer first. I need to suffer the full amount I would have suffered for my entire life. I need to get that suffering done and over with, and then I can finally die, but I need to earn it. And so I started banging out that list. The snow is like crunchy, but not really. Anyway, and the last one left was that my son had to turn 18 because he needed to be able to be financially responsible. And right up to it, I was doing everything I could to, settle his, to get him in college, to get him, have some sort of financial things set up, that he had his own bank account, that he knew how to use it. All this stuff, so that he would be independent on his own. And as far as everything is concerned, considering the condition that he is in, we really worked on getting him independent, and he is now, as far as the government is concerned, he has been tested and verified. He is able and competent to take care of himself. he's not doing a great job of it. Then again, he's 18, and no kid at 18 is really doing a great job of it. But I mean, well, once in a blue moon you got one, but basically, you know, he's doing what he can, and it's not on me. And trying to get through all that. I mean, I was doing this prep work even as late as this summer. Or last summer, I guess. And for the longest time, what I was just, it's like, okay, I'm just never going to live that long. Cool. Someone I know had their 48th birthday, and I celebrated. And I had a cake, even though I wasn't, like, with them. That doesn't make any sense. But I mean, this had a big party without them knowing it. And actually, I still don't know what's going on. Or any of that. I was like, the 5-year plan, and then I can die, and I'll never see this age. And then it started shifting a little bit, even though, it's like I got used to how bad it was with my kid and all the people around him. And, my mother was terrible, but I started pulling back from her too, and not just being at her beck and call, which caused a major, giant, uproar in her life of how it was nothing and useless and, the worst person ever because I wasn't doing everything that she wanted and exactly when she wanted it. But I sort of started shifting to, how did I put it? I would say that it was not a definite. I mean, it still felt like a definite. It still feels like a definite. It was not a definite. That was just like when I would get the green light if it came up. And I started shifting that, like, I don't know, a year and a half ago maybe. And then this past year, it was a bad year. Mother died. My father went into a memory care center. My son, by the skin of his teeth, graduated high school, did get into college. So I was left by the only people in my life. They all left. They were also the major source of stress in my life, but they left. I mean, seriously, the closest thing I have to a friend that I actually see in person is my therapist, which is pretty sad. And I mean, I don't know, I guess some of the people I work with, but that's very small amount of people and small amount of time, and it comes and goes, obviously. So yeah, I would be my therapist. It's sad, but whatever. So that's really, really bad for the avoidance, because, well, then there's the other side. And I don't know. I mean, I've been looking into it. And these are, I think, traits from other personality disorders, because that's what happens. Is you get one trait and then you get others. Oh boy, might be going through the ice. Huh? Oh, can you see the deer tracks? Anyway, maybe I'll run over by a deer. I mean, that is seriously how my brain works. I mean, it's still like, it's not gone. It's not like, boom, this is gone. Deer track. But I don't know. Something's over there. Oh, it's just chipmunk. You probably can't see it. Anyway, I definitely can't be thinking in the future. I don't want a future. I really don't. I still think this is it. I don't know what happens next, but what's really strange, bad for me, is I feel like, where should I put this? I had this thing on my list to do, and I didn't do it, and I really feel like crap because of it. I had 3 tries, not tries, I wouldn't try, but 3 deadlines. I had 3 chances to get it right, and I didn't do it. And I don't not do things on my list. I get stuff done. The geese. You see him? Probably not. Anyway, that's 5 different birds. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what to say about it. So, but I didn't do it. And like I said, well, my therapist is very much like, this is a major victory. You've done it. You made it this far. You didn't need to hospitalize me. Oh, yuck. Yeah, I didn't think it went any further. Anyway, I don't know, but I really do feel like I don't know, I feel bad about it. I really feel bad. It doesn't feel like a celebration. It feels like I wussed out. That's what it feels like. It doesn't matter that there's, right now, not a reason. Really? I mean, things are okay. It's not good. It's not great. But, this is what I get to do on a Tuesday morning, is go for a walk in the woods. Now, not everybody gets to do that, And I'm not doing this because I'm like on some disability or something like that. I have figured a way to work as little as possible and pay my bills. And so here I'm able to do this. Not everybody can. So there's I should be grateful, and I should be happy, and I should think that I've made it. And, whatever. That's not how I feel. A few months ago, somebody was mourning an old friend of theirs who had killed themselves, and they couldn't see a reason why. There's no reason for it at all. And the only thing they could come up with was that it was very similar. The guy said, arbitrarily, here's a date on the calendar when it's going to happen. And it seems that, it didn't matter that things had gotten better. and that things were going okay. He said he was going to do it, and he did it, and that's it. You know, it was time, and he did it. And I really have struggled with that. That I feel like I said I was going to do something, and I didn't do it. And I can't get anybody to understand how low that makes me feel. Like, what kind of a bullshit artist am I? Who the hell do I, you know what, I've been saying this, and, you know, yes, so much better than when I came up with that idea. But it doesn't matter. I said this was it. It should be it. You know, and now I'm garbage because I didn't do it. Can you see the river? Probably not. So, I don't know. I don't know what to say about this. This is not avoidant personality disorder. This is cognitive dissonance. That's what this is. This is me going, I don't know. I mean, maybe it is a little bit avoidant personality disorder, because my problem is that I can't give myself a break to say things change. My problem is I said I was going to do something, and I do what I say because I don't have the right not to. You know, and that is a worthiness thing, and that is avoidant personality disorder to a T. And this is how it's manifesting. You know, I really do feel like I'm just a wimp. I don't know what these bricks are, but I'm glad they're there. I feel like a wimp. I feel like a liar. I feel like garbage. So, I don't know how long it's going to last. I don't know if I will ever be capable of forgiving myself for not doing what I said I was going to do. Even if I don't want to do it. And I am sad. Where are they? There they are. You can't see them. That's so weird. Stealthy geese. They went right over my head. I could see them, but I didn't see them on the camera. That was weird. Anyway, maybe this is all like a computer program and I found a glitch. I don't know. I don't know. So, that's that. For the people who were taking bets, I think actually probably everybody bet against it and said I'd be a wimp and I wouldn't go through with it. So, I guess you all won. I don't know. I don't feel like I won. Because now I got 40 more years of hell? That does not sound like fun at all. Yeah. And again, does that mean that this urge has completely gone away? Oh no, okay. Was it as late as yesterday? Well, definitely Sunday night. I mean, I was just like, I just want to die, 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 over and over and over again. But I didn't. can't explain it. It is what it is. I made it through. I made it through the last deadline, and I didn't give in to the pressure of, I said I was going to do this, now I'm obligated to do it, and that was huge. That was, as I'm falling through the snow, that was really a lot of pressure I was putting on myself. I mean, couldn't get it out of my head. Whatever. Well, I'm basically back out of the woods again, so I guess I'll stop this. I don't know. I mean, I guess the only thing that I can say to people with avoidant personality disorder is pay attention to these long-term changes, because it doesn't feel to me like anything's changed, but it really, really has. And that's one of the best things I feel about going to therapy, is that the therapist can say, well, you might feel like you're not changing at all, but look, you were doing this 6 months ago, and now you're doing this, and that is different. For me, that's one of the biggest things. It just feels like nothing ever changes, and it really changed. So, and, on paper, I went from having 3 people in my life to 0 people in my life. That should be really bad for somebody with avoidant personality disorder. Should be. But the reality is it's better. And yes, I'm doing distraction that is unsustainable, especially next to this nifty virus going around, because I was starting to plan the next trip, dead cheap, but guess what? Everything's canceled. So even if I plan it and pay for it, I don't think it's going to happen in the next few months, so I'm going to have to think about that a little bit more. Don't know what I'm going to do. Doesn't really matter, does it? But for now, status quo. I mean, it's just a day on the calendar, right? Arbitrary doesn't mean anything. I mean, it did. It really did. It was the thing that kept me going when I was at my absolute worst. So maybe I really should be celebrating today. Today, not like, ooh, it's my birthday, but rather, today is the day that kept me going when I really didn't want to. I wouldn't have done these trips. I would have never been to Africa. I wouldn't have been to Rome if I had just given in when I really wanted to and needed to, and instead I held out, and this was the thing, the bright shining beacon, that I would never get to this point, because I thought it had to be bad. Bad on bad on bad, and nothing would ever get better. And it's not good, but it's not as bad as it was. And, I don't wake up every single morning, dreading every second of the day anymore like I did. So, I guess that's an improvement. And maybe that'll happen to you if you keep paying attention to how things change, even a little bit, because a little bit can make things tolerable when they weren't before. Okay, I need to shut up because I'm not making sense anymore. Bye.